Welcome in to Between Two Meeples. I am Armando Castaneda.
I'm Isaac Meyer.
And today we are going to just recap our 2023. I think we got a few categories that we created, and we have a few games that we want to talk about that fit that. So we're going podcast style today. So do not give me 50 comments about why I didn't show the game, because we're just going to talk about it. A nice conversation today.
Just talking.
So if that interests you, please stick with us, because we're going to get into some of the categories now. Our first category is Best Co-op of 2023 that came out. I'll let you lead us off.
Okay, yeah. So I honestly didn't play like a whole lot of co-ops this year. I feel like normally I've played so many this year. I didn't feel like there was that many that I wanted to play. But one that I absolutely loved was Kinfire Chronicles. It's kind of like a dungeon crawl, but it's not really crawling so much as getting thrown on a map and just beating things up. But it's got one of the coolest initiative systems I've ever seen in a game, and that is you've got a bag, and in that bag are your chips, your other friendly chips, and enemy chips. And the enemy chips not only determine which enemy gets to go, but also what move they perform. And it's just a very clean system. And then you can also, like, throughout the campaign, get cards that like allow you to kind of mess with that bag a little bit, so you can make it so that you're getting to play more often than the enemies. And just everything is very clean and very straightforward with the design, as well as like you have this boost system where every time you play a card, I can play a card to help your action be better. Yeah. And then I also get rewarded for doing so. It's a really cool game. It's absolutely beautiful, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So that's Kinfire. I'm with you there. I haven't played very much co-op as well. Yeah. The one game that I did get that I wanted to play for 2023, I haven't got a chance to, which is Art Project, which I heard everyone is loving that game. But the only other one that I played this year that I really enjoyed was Dorf Romantik. Okay. And I'm calling it a 2023 release because they just released it in American. Yeah. I think we did play it earlier in the year, but it was in the German rules, and we played the game like completely wrong. Yeah. I think they had a few like English translations, but when it came to like the campaign stuff, we really chopped it up. We didn't even try. It was bad. But if you're playing the game and you're playing through the campaign, you start out and you have a small amount of tiles, and you have a few things that you can do. Your scores are always very low. This is a game you cannot lose at. You can suck at it like really bad. Like you can just fail forward.
Yeah, fail fast, fail badly. If you don't learn to like we're not going to do that. We need to get rid of it. You need to start like burning some shit, or else you're going to be like, you're not going to score any points. Yeah. So once you get that through your head, and you know that it's all about scoring. It's all about you getting certain agendas done so that you can get other tiles in, so you can get your score up, and you basically progress through the campaign. And think of like Carcassonne.
Okay. Yeah.
Where you're laying stuff down, and except you trying to like claim stuff, and instead of you trying to do everything, you're trying to get like the biggest forest, you're trying to get like the biggest cities, you're trying to get flags with the biggest stuff, and you're just. I was
surprised you didn't compare it to like your favorite game to talk about, Cascadia.
Oh, I guess. Hex. Yeah, it is very hex based, but it reminds me more of Carcassonne, I feel like, than Cascadia. But I do get you there. There is a few things that you're trying to do, but at the end of the day, like the campaign, like we kept going back, and we got addicted. We got hooked at trying to beat our score. We got hooked at trying to like get through the missions. Like a game where it's constantly giving you more stuff to go and try to do. It changes your gameplay throughout every single play. Yeah. Until you get it done, and your scores will start out like in the low 100s, and by the time you're done, you're scoring like 300 plus points. Hopefully, if you're getting better at the game. Yeah. And you're progressing through it. So that was one of my favorite co-op games.
I played this game too. I really enjoyed it, even though the rules that we read were poorly translated, and it was a brutal for how simple the game was, we were having a hard time. But I still had a great time with it, so I really want to try it
with the right rules.
So yeah,
definitely get the right rules. That helps a lot. So let's transition to best gateway games. So there was I'll start off with this one because I think
you stole what may have been one of mine.
I don't know if I stole it, but
it's really good.
We were able to play this on our way home from PAX Unplugged.
Yeah,
and it's Knarr.
Yeah, Sam Healy pulled this out. We were on the same flight. He pulled this out and said, "Hey, you guys want to play some Knarr?" We're like,
"Yes,
sure."
I actually watched his 2023 stuff, and it was his #1 game of 2023. So I loved it.
It's really good. I've played it on BGA.
I didn't know it was on BGA.
Yeah, it's on BGA.
I need to go play it.
But
it's essentially a card game. I think it's you want to count it as a card game?
I mean, it's pretty much just cards, but you got like some tokens and stuff. It's hard to call a card game, but like it is a card game. You're just collecting, you're pretty much just set collecting these crew members, and then you're going to get to activate like the whole set, which is going to give you a bunch of stuff that you're going to use to either get cards that get you points or like go up on the little reputation track that gets you points every round. And
which I thought, because you did that and you were racking in some points,
I think every time I've played, I've just dove into that reputation track, maxed it out as early as possible, and that's allowed me to win.
Yeah,
pretty much every time.
I do like the ability of getting like little warriors, and you can use those to interact, because essentially you're trying to get what are they, like islands is what the top section is what you're trying to get.
No, what they're supposed to signify. I think they're like more like a quest. Yeah, I think there's a better term in the rule book, but like you're going on an expedition or something. It's probably more a Viking term, but it's very good.
Very thematic.
It's got great art. I like the components, even though they're not like, the most amazing components. Everything like works well to help teaching. Like I love when the components make it easier to teach, and I feel like the way that your boats are designed, they've got the 3 little slots on both sides. It's very easy for me to know that I can only have 3 of these things.
You max out.
And like they're
and
also
how many
like
you have to spend in order to.
Yeah, it's right. The components are very well done, and
everything about the game was done really, really well. The teach of it was super easy. Like it wasn't difficult at all to understand. So that's why it's one of my favorite gateway games that came out this year. If you haven't heard of it, and like I think Pandasaurus is the one that's bringing it to America.
Over here,
they open up pre-sales, and those are already sold out. So like people know about it. It's a great game, and like I even missed out on the pre-sale.
If you're on BGA,
go play it.
Put this one on your next to play because it's really good. So I'll go into mine. My number one. I don't know about number one, but it's definitely one of my favorite games I've played this year. And I think it falls into the gateway category, and that's Robot Quest Arena. It's like if a deck builder had a baby with Rock'em Sock'em robots. You are just building up a deck of cards, and then you've got these huge pre-painted plastic miniatures on this really tight board, so you can't really run
the base game, or is that just Kickstarter?
No, that's base game. You get all the. I mean, it's an expensive game. It's like $60, but those pre-painted things that come in every version of the game, and you are just building your deck to just smack the crap out of each other.
Yeah,
and it's just plain fun. I've only had one game of it that did not go well, and that was the one that I happened to play with you, because
that makes it.
Somebody got a broken combo and shuffled their deck just right to pull it every time. But
yeah, brutal.
I've played this game I think 10 or 12 times now, and I've had a great time with that. I've taught it to people that don't really play games, and they've really enjoyed it. Even if they don't win or anything, it's pretty easy to just say, hey, you're this robot.
Yeah.
Go smack this robot. This punch means deal a damage. this thing means move.
Yeah.
And if it does anything other than that, the card is going to tell you exactly what it does. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
So, and just to go off, it wasn't a bad game. I felt like the play that we had, he was very right. It was very swingy. It was a broken combo. So you can have, just like any other gateway games with like deck builders, there can be some cards that when you mash them together can just seem like super broken. And I think I got that on my first playthrough. But like all in all, it was a nice, clean, easy deck builder. I don't know if there's very many deck builders that like have that like dumb fun in the middle of it that like you would want to go and play.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the other deck builders that I have are either like more campaigny or more like head to head or something like that. Like you don't get like the fun interaction, and I think that's a lot of what like why people like the Robot Quest Arena is because you do have like this little battling area with like the nice 3D printed guys that are colored.
And one thing I'll say about it is like, you have this board on the middle, but I do think at the heart of it, whoever builds the best deck is probably going to win.
Yeah.
Which I like about it, that the deck building is still very important to the game, and then it's how you're using those cards is important, but not as important as just making sure that your deck works well together, which is my favorite part of a deck builder is deck building.
I would agree. So, all right, enough about the one
that you didn't like.
I would play it again. It's not, so I would play it again. It's not on my.
We'll play it again.
I will not play list for the year.
I think you'll enjoy it after a second or third play. It's good.
We hope you enjoyed us rambling about the games we loved in 2023.
Yeah.
We got a lot to look forward to in 2024.
Yeah, there's going to be some great games coming out from this company called Barmaid Games.
We do? Yeah, you got one coming out here soon, right?
Yep. Expressions will be coming out in March, so it's on the water right now.
There we go. We'll have to put some links down there for everyone to come and see it.
Mm-hmm.
We should be doing, once you get a copy, we'll do a how to play.
Yep.
So we're all ready to set up for that. But since it's already an hour long, I am Armando Castaneda. This is Between Two Meeples.
I'm Isaac Meyer with Barmaid Games.
Hopefully you have a great 2024. We are out.
Peace.